Well, joining us now in the studio is Seton Hall University Professor of Finance, Scott Rothbort. Welcome, Scott. It's so good to have you here this morning.
Thanks for having me here.
Well, talking about the morning, we're going to talk a little bit about your morning Joe. People know, and we're going to talk about coffee and what might quench your stock portfolio. People know Starbucks, but other names like Caribou Coffee, Green Mountain making their names. Why is this significant?
Well, the coffee market is growing quite rapidly, not only in the United States, but around the world. And a lot of these companies are beginning to sell their products at home through single-serve machines, as well as the fact they're selling them in supermarkets, they're selling them at warehouse stores, and they're also beginning to expand their menus in their restaurants as well.
So this is giving the market some competition for the well-known names that we know
absolutely. And plus, you're looking at companies like McDonald's, which normally aren't associated with coffee, that are developing their own kind of coffee stores within their restaurants called McCafe. So it's a growing business.
Not just domestically, but across the world. We see India picking up a new Starbucks franchise just recently. Are you seeing that as a trend?
Oh, definitely. It's a worldwide trend, and especially as what we call the emerging markets are beginning to continually develop. We're seeing more and more casual dining restaurants like McDonald's, Yum Brands, which is Pizza Hut and KFC and Taco Bell, and other well-known American brands begin to expand throughout the world. And one of the things that we bring there is coffee.
If you're looking at stock purchases, are you looking at the brands particularly, or are you looking at overall producers?
Well, let's put it this way. As a professional investor, I'm a money manager as well. I own my own investment company called LakeView Asset Management. And what we look to do is we look to make our clients money. And so we're looking at any opportunity that's out there, but I think the best opportunity is on the retail end, in the casual dining aspect. And there you'd have companies like Caribou, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, which recently became public.
Now, I understand some of the soda companies, Coke and Pepsi, are also kind of getting tied into this. Can you explain that and the significance there?
Well, sure. You know, a beverage is a beverage in the way they look at it, and whether or not you want to drink a water or a carbonated beverage or coffee, they want to sell it to you. And certainly, you know, Coke and Pepsi is the quintessential kind of Macy's and Gimbels type of, you know, competitive brands that we know when it comes to soft drinks, carbonated soft drinks. And clearly what we've seen recently is that Coke is beginning to pull ahead of Pepsi.
Coke and Pepsi, are they still as dominant as they once were?
Oh, absolutely. They're probably even more dominant because they have the capital which enables them to expand overseas, which is what I was talking.
That brand recognition too. It's hard to beat.
Absolutely. That Coke bottle is so recognizable. Look what happened just over the Christmas holiday season when they issued a white can, which is supposed to be regular Coke, and all the confusion that occurred.
That's right.
It's that red Coke can that is just so emblematic of the company.
What's the biggest beverage brand America has never heard of?
Oh boy, that's a great question. What's the biggest one that America has probably never heard of? You have stumped me.
Well, let's talk a little bit about.
There's some new beverages. There's some guys down in South Florida, I believe it is, bringing in some beverages from some island thing. I think it's cocoa or something. It's a coconut drink that's become huge. I saw something on Bloomberg about it.
It's quite possible, yes. And what tends to happen is that a lot of these smaller beverage companies will begin to emerge. Right. But then what they find is over time they need distribution. And who has the distribution network? It's the Cokes, it's the Pepsis, Dr. Pepper, Snapple. That's right. So
let me get back to the coffee thing, because Americans seem to have this love affair with all things caffeinated. So now we've seen this huge blow up in the Red Bulls, these other type of energy drinks. Is that the next stage, or is that calming down now? We're back to the coffee.
Oh, no, that's in the early stages of growth. Red Bull is the world's #1 drink in the energy drink category. Monster Beverage is #2. Now, Red Bull is privately held, whereas Monster Beverage is part of what we used to refer to as Hansen Natural. Right. So Monster is a company that you can invest in, and I have invested in for myself and my clients.
How popular are the stocks?
Oh, very popular, absolutely. When you look at Monster Beverage, it's a $10 billion company last I looked. It's not small.
Is this mainly catering to a younger generation?
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But are the younger people the ones who are doing all the investing? Or
no, it's
the
no.
people are taking notes?
They're doing
They
the
don't have the
drinking.
capital. They're doing the drinking, but it's like anything else. You know, the younger people are shopping at stores like Abercrombie and Fitch, but they're not investing in Abercrombie and Fitch.
Right.
It's the people like us, people with pension plans, people who are managing our pension plans that are investing there.
Beverages overall, good investment?
Good investment. You can get growth and you can get some yield as well, but you got to know what you're doing.
So it's a matter of the boomers watching what the youngsters are doing.
That's it.
That's where to make money. You know what? Warren Buffett still does that.
Okay.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
Oh, thanks for having me here again.